One of the highlights of attending tech conferences is meeting people who are driving significant change and making a real impact with technology. And today at Experience 2024, I had the pleasure of speaking with Nicole Thomas, and she's the Vice President of Customer Care Centre at the Coca-Cola Bottles Sales and Services Company. And they've been with Genesys since 2017, before shifting to Genesys Cloud in 2021. So in my conversation today, she's going to be sharing not only their use of Genesys Cloud and then how it's helped them reach new heights by integrating advanced features such as launching an account finder voice bot, but I want to learn more about AI, how they've streamlined customer interactions, reducing multiple transfers and ensuring inquiries are routed to the best suited agents. And additionally, video chat capabilities have actually empowered technicians to resolve more effectively, leading to a 12% improvement in fix rates and over $1 million in savings on site visits. These are the kind of tech projects I love hearing about. So buckle up and hold on tight as I beam your ears all the way Denver so you can join myself and Nicole in conversation today. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell everyone listening a little about who you are and what you do?
Sure. Nicole Thomas. I lead up the Customer Care Center for Coca-Cola Bottlers Sales and Services. I've been with the Coca-Cola system for 20 years and have the privilege of leading the customer care division where we provide shared services back to our bottlers in North America. And primarily customers it's a B2B model, local market customers where they're going to call in because they either need to place an order for product or they may have issues with their equipment and that needs to be repaired, or any other kind of customer service type request. We do a lot of things underneath all those details, but that's at a high level how we support the bottling system across North America.
Now, one of the things I try and do on this podcast is get people thinking differently about technology and how it can make a difference in areas that maybe you don't associate with technology. And I expect not many people think about innovative uses of technology to enhance customer service and operational efficiency of Coca-Cola bottles and sales and services company. So can you tell me a little bit more about that and how you're leveraging technology?
Sure. I mean, in the contact center, we've always had the advantage of being able to leverage technology. We joke around across the other divisions that I always have the really cool slides and presentations, but we've been able to leverage that over many years. I would say when we went to Genesys Cloud in 2021 and we were able to integrate that with Salesforce, that was definitely a game changer for us. And it just opened up a lot of opportunities for us to be able to drive efficiencies and create new capabilities that we didn't have in place before and continue to add value for our bottlers. We're very much a company focused on innovation. That's part of our culture. We practice that daily with our associates and really drive that home. So we have a lot of processes in place that recognize and reward ideas and innovation. And so I think it helps us to develop those, product pipelines, if you will, on what we want to do with the platforms and continue to drive, new features, functionality, things like that.
Just to set the scene and for anybody listening anywhere in the world, how has the adoption of Genesys Cloud, how's that helped transform the customer experience, particularly with the introduction of things like voice bots and video chat that we've seen a lot about here? But for a lot of people, they hear the buzzwords but don't know how it would work in the real world. So can you expand on how it's helped you? Definitely.
On the video chat side, it's been a tremendous upside for us because ever since COVID happened, customers have been more willing to adopt talking to a service technician and going through the process of video chat. It's very easy. They don't have to download anything or anything like that. But the adoption rate we've noticed has been much higher than prior to that whole situation. And what we've been able to do is really transform our fix rates across all of our bottlers and improve that experience so that we get a fountain machine, for example, up and running much quicker, that customers back pouring Coca-Cola beverages. We avoid having to send out a service technician to the location. So it's had tremendous benefits for us. lots of, just lots of great press and lots of great feedback from our bottlers and our customers in that regard. So it's been really positive from that perspective. And then on the voicebot side, being able to identify what is the customer's intent, why are they calling, and getting them ultimately to the right person has driven a lot of efficiency for us and eliminated a lot of transfers. And, from a customer standpoint, there's nothing more frustrating than having to be transferred multiple times to get to where you need to be and get to the right person. So it's really improved that customer experience for us.
And obviously, implementing the technology, that's sometimes the easy part. It's the culture, getting everyone on board and the challenges that surround that. So can you share some of the key challenges that you faced with the previous contact systems and how this move to cloud-native architecture address some of the issues and some of the challenges that you may or may not have encountered?
Sure. Prior to us joining and going on the Genesys platform in 2017, we were on 3 separate systems. So it was really difficult to get those systems to integrate and talk to each other efficiently. And it was a situation where it was always, kind of the finger pointing game and trying to figure out where is the problem really lie between 3 different vendors. So when we made the decision to go through an RFP, one of our top goals was getting to a vendor and a solution that was all in one, like one-stop shop. So when we migrated to Genesys in 2017, we were able to, basically go to that all-in-one solution. We were on Pure Connect Cloud. And then in 21, we moved over to Genesys Cloud. But it's been, from my perspective, it's been phenomenal because just the frustrations that go along with trying to get 3 different vendors to work well together, we don't have that anymore. It's virtually been eliminated and we don't have to focus our time and energy on that. And it's just been, the partnership with Genesys has been really great. I've dealt with a lot of vendors in my career and they're really good at focusing on the customer and making sure that you have what you need. And when there are problems that come up, that they're there to support you and address it quickly.
With the integration of Genesys and Salesforce, are there any specific improvements that you've seen in terms of efficiency and customer satisfaction? Because you can only improve what you measure, and I'd be interested in the kind of improvements that you've been able to see and display and share.
Sure. From an agent perspective, I think it's been a win for them because the user interface is much easier for them to use. We provide like pop-up of scripting. So because the calls can be very dynamic in nature and they may get one call that's totally different from the next call, that scripting really helps prompt them on here's what this customer is calling about. So they don't have to ask them to repeat a bunch of information. So that's really helped the agents with, average handle time and being able to be more efficient from that regard. And then it's just also provided us capabilities that we never had before, especially on the outbound side. We're a heavy outbound calling environment. So we've been able to increase a lot of capabilities in that regard. And then, like we talked about with voicebots, that's new feature functionality we didn't have before, speech and text analytics, being able to SMS text customers on their equipment readiness, kind of the list goes on and on where we've been able to just over the years build over time all these new features and functionality for both from an agent perspective and from a customer standpoint.
And for business leaders that are interested in following in your footsteps, I think every brand new tech project it has to undergo so many different challenges around ROI. What business value does it generate? They've got to do more with less now. But in your case, I read that you had a 12% increase in fix rates thanks to video chat alone. So can you elaborate on how that tech works and the impact that it had on your service delivery? Yeah,
definitely. So we introduced that with our voice bots. We know what the customer's calling about. We know that they have, for example, fountain equipment that needs to be repaired. And what we try to do is get them over to a service technician that works what we call phone fix, which is basically over the phone technicians. And that phone fix or service technician is equipped with video chat through Help Lightning, and that's integrated with Genesys and Salesforce. And it's simply a link to the customer to allow them to be able to video chat with that service technician. And it's opened up, just the eyes into the outlet, if you will, where the technician can see what the problem is very much easier than trying to talk through it over the phone, which is what we've been doing for years.
Yeah.
And we were able to achieve that 12% uplift in fixed rates. And it's just been a great story of adoption and a tremendous value back to our bottlers because, again, they don't have to send a technician out to the location. It saves them money on, that resource, and they can use that resource elsewhere. And then also just the carbon footprint and the drive time and the resources with gasoline and all the, repair of, trucks and all those things that go along with it, because we were able to avoid having that tech go to that location. And then ultimately, too, the customer's up and running and pouring our beverages faster.
And I think proving that ROI and that business value, data and analytics obviously play a crucial role in customer service. So how has the introduction of speech and text analytics, how's that helped enhance your understanding of customer needs and some of those operational hotspots too?
Yeah, that's always, speech and text analytics was on our wish list for many years, and we were really happy to have that included with our Genesys cloud platform and be able to leverage that, because we want to be able to go back to our bottlers and give them insights on why are your customers calling. I mean, from our perspective in the customer care center, there's just a wealth of information on why, about customers. And we want to be, now we're in a position to be able to share that with our bottlers, give them insights on, what are the trends that are happening in your area, in your market, what are customers happy about, what are they maybe not so pleased about, and be able to give them that feedback. And then they can take, that action and, also identify if we have a particular problem in an area, identify that much faster than, hey, agent one had a call like this, agent two had a call. And, that might take a few, hours up to days to figure out that you have a trend, where with the speech and text analytics, very quickly you can identify that you have something going on and be able to address it much faster.
And it's not all AI here, of course. Sustainability is another big topic, and I know that's something you're passionate about. So how has the reduction in technician site visits, has that helped contribute to your sustainability goals, or are there any other initiatives that you're able to talk about?
Yeah, so all of our bottlers and the Coca-Cola system obviously have pretty aggressive sustainability goals. And being able to offer the video chat and the phone fix capability and being able to drive those fix rates with that and avoiding a technician having to go out to the location all supports that sustainability. Another project that we're working on is warranty of equipment. So bottlers typically, when they had equipment that was broken, they would just, dispose of it and move on and not really capitalize on, hey, this equipment's under warranty, and be paid back from the manufacturer on that warranty work. So we've just stood that service up this year, where we're providing back to the bottlers that warranty support. So they're going to be able to be paid from the manufacturers on that warranty equipment. And then also, again, it avoids the technician having to go out and pick up that equipment, because we've done what we needed to from a warranty perspective.
And I appreciate there's probably not too much you can share, but if we look into the future, any upcoming innovations or expansions in customer care that you're excited about, monitoring, any trends, particularly with the ongoing integration of new technologies like AI, for example?
Yeah, we're really excited about, we're getting ready to launch My Coke platform, our online ordering platform. We're just migrating it from one platform to another. But with that, we're excited about being able to integrate that with Genesys and stand-up web messaging and the chat functionality for our customers that are ordering online. And then this year, too, we're spending quite an amount of time focused on our agents and making it easier for them to do their jobs. So we're excited about standing up some capabilities for our agents as well. Knowledge management through Genesys. We're also looking at Agent Copilot. And then the summarization capability that comes along with that. Because I think, too, we want to make sure that our agents have the tools and resources that they need to make it easier for them to do their job. There's a lot that gets thrown their way. There's, just a tremendous amount of information that they have to continue to learn. So how can we make it easier for them they have the right tools and resources, and we'll continue to build on that, with their feedback as well. So we're really excited about web messaging, knowledge management, Agent Copilot. Those are just to name a few, and continuing to, really drive self-service, automation, and AI where it makes sense.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for stopping by. I know how busy you are today, but for anyone listening, maybe you want to find out a little bit more information about the journey that you've been on. Is there any way you'd like to point everyone?
Sure. If anyone wants to know more about our company, they can go to our company website, which is CCBSSC.com, which is Coca-Cola Bottler Sales and Services, or I'm on LinkedIn under Nicole Thomas.
I'll get all those links added so people can find you nice and easy. But more than anything, just thank you for stopping by. I know how busy you are, but thanks again.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity, and thanks for having me.
I think, as we've learned today, Coca-Cola Bottled Sales and Services Company has made remarkable strides in enhancing customer service and operational efficiency through innovative use of technology. And her insights reveal how the integration of Genesys cloud features has transformed their approach. And it's resulting in significant improvements in both the customer and employee experience. So this gets me thinking, how are you, wherever you're listening to this, anywhere in the world, how do you see technology reshaping customer service in your industry? What innovations are you excited about? Share your thoughts. You know how to get hold of me now. techblogwriter@outlook.com, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, just at Neil C. Hughes. And together, we'll keep exploring how technology can drive meaningful change and improve our everyday interactions. But that's it for today, so thanks for listening as always, and until next time, don't be a stranger.